This is the main issue right now in 2026. It's really one of our biggest problems, and we have to face that. We have to admit it. Either you are interested in self-inquiry and paying more attention to presence and staying present and just being in quiet stillness and observing and merging with your true self, or either you are in personhood trying to be better in your career, in your life, in your relationships, in your like spirituality, like how you are. It's the same obstacle. It's the attention leak. Okay, and if we are in the path of self-inquiry, what we want is to come back to our true self and stay there and stay in presence awareness and just be completely merged as infinite, spacious being of pure awareness and light and love and freedom and peace. And to do that, we have to empty ourselves. So to get the benefits that come from this, so which means that placing attention on the self rather than in the illusion, in Maya, in the senses, we must exercise. It's like Muji said, it's kind of an asana, you know, the seeking, the looking. And for that, you need to focus your attention in the beginning in stages, so you start to get empty of all the things that are in between you, like are in between the identification that you have with your mind and with your sense of personal identity and the true self. So the goal is to be fully empty and free. So you are truth. So you come back to this place of truth, of the infinite self. And for this, you need attention. And if your attention is leaking, you cannot focus on the true self. You cannot become it. You will be drowned in Maya, in the illusion. Even if you are in personhood, it's the same issue. So if your whole goal is to be happy in the material world, to be fulfilled, to be of service to others, to be creative, and you know that to do that, it's better if you focus on yourself and what you are doing with your life rather than in the outside world, as in the distraction. So you're not consuming the other people's outputs and you are not distracted. And to do that, you need to have your attention focused on what you are doing, in what you are creating, in your state. So again, same obstacle, attention leak. So to be focused on to realize the self, the way you do it is by being still. Being still is how you achieve evolution or progress in getting in contact with the true being or with the sense of self. So the main issue right now in 2026 is the dopamine hole coming from the digital addiction and the digital presence, especially if you are someone who works online, because we live in a body, and this is one of the main things that Advaita Vedanta teachers miss, is also we have to deal with our incarnation, with our embodiment, and with the needs of the body. And because of the hormones and all that, it's very easy for us to get into the dopamine hole. So because if you are working online and you say, no, I need to reach people, I need to get out there, I need to be seen, my message needs to come across. Obviously, this is true. So you need to pass a lot of time online. So your mind will find excuses why it needs to be in that space, why I need to be online, and why I need to be consuming that content instead of creating the thing that I'm meant to do. And your mind will tell you that, no, but you must find time to also receive from the world. And this is true. But all of a sudden, your focus is nowhere to be found. And the worst thing is that your mind will make you believe that it's actually your focus is on point because you are looking at something that is for your own good, because your algorithm just served it to you. And this is the balance, because sometimes you do find people that are actually giving you value and that will actually improve your life a lot, and you have to pay attention to them. And it's good that you are interested in educating yourself and to go in that route, but it's also, on the other hand, so easy to get lost in that sphere. And what I wrote here is that the digital detox is the only way out, because it is for me, it's what works. This is one of the highest obstacles, and you have to know that this is not only your obstacle, but it's your client's obstacle. So it's not just a matter of being in a field of competition with other people that are trying to reach out people in this exact same way as you, is that it's the state that they are in that you are dealing with. You're not just dealing with that individual as they are normally in their normal life. Now we are dealing with people who have zero attention, you know. And now this has become the whole game. It's to make the most attractive video, the thing that captures your attention, the better hooks, the more creative, the more AI, the more, because I need your attention. I need your attention now. If you don't catch their attention, then you cannot deliver your message, right? It's true. So it's normal that it's like that. But I think that we are doing everything wrong. We just need to remove ourselves completely from that dynamic and start something different. Collectively, you know, change the paradigm of how things are done. So detox is the only way. And you know how much better you feel after you've done the detox, right? Your dopamine levels in the beginning go very low, but then you recuperate and you start to become like a normal nervous system should be. You replace the activities, you do some sports, you start reading, you play music, you are creative, you start painting, you start working with wood, you can do lots of things. I don't know, I'm just saying things on top of my head, but for me it really works. Just to set hard limits once you are awake. Just acknowledge that you are in a dopamine hole. Set hard limits on yourself in the same way that you would do with a child. You just have to do that with your inner child. So imagine that you have a little kid, then he's always like with a tablet or with a phone. When you see that in other people's kids, you see very clearly that this is not healthy. But when it's with yourself, you don't see like how much screen time you have. And you didn't get anything done, let alone focus on the true self. You know what I mean? And the people who are in the yoga path or that are in the meditation path, or we cut the phone altogether and we don't have it. And I also bought like these dumb phones. I have it one with me. And sometimes I look at it and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna put my SIM card in it and I'm gonna use it. But then my mind goes like, no, but I need the WhatsApp because and then all of a sudden I'm on YouTube. This is our biggest obstacle right now. If we are not paying attention to this and trying to solve it from the root, how are you going to help people or help your clients? I'm sorry because I'm a little bit upset with this today and my tone is not the best, but I have to say the truth. I have to say the truth. And I think that for me, as a way of being accountable for my own behavior, like talking about this and actually making a video, it's also a way of being accountable for this thing that I say that I want to change, to put it into practice, to actually do the transformation required. And I really want you to succeed in acknowledging the self and in developing your own personhood as well. I can see how these two things can correlate or they can be integrated, and I want to help you in that process, but I cannot do it if you are always in the dopamine hole. Like if we are always in the dopamine hole, we cannot possibly do it. This is one of the first things that we have to clear out of the way, so then we can work in other things. Because we must recuperate our attention. Our attention is the biggest power that we have at the moment. Is where we place our attention and our focus. I cannot teach you, nobody can teach you to recognize the self without having your attention and focus back. Nobody can teach you personal development if you don't master your attention. Your soul must be in control of this faculty. You must recuperate the attention that we once had. Before social media and before smartphone addictions, we were so happy. Everybody was so much happier than we are now, and so much more connected with each other. Like in real life, right? Even though I'm very grateful for the internet and for all the people, amazing people that I interact with, that I learn from, I'm very grateful. My life would not be the same without internet and without these connections in the digital world. There's a lot of people that I don't know in real life, but that I'm learning a lot from them. And this is the thing that when I said that your mind will find excuses to do that, this is what I'm talking about. Is like, it is valuable. It is truly valuable. We learn so much, but the degree in which we are doing this is completely out of proportion. It's completely out of balance, you know, and I see it in everyone. I see everyone walking like this. Do more of conscious presence exercise. Then when we go online, we can also do the presence exercise. Treat yourself as a kid that you have inside of you and guide that inner child into making a very conscious use of the phone in a way that it's beneficial to that inner child. Okay, and just really choose the things that you are looking at and then replace all the rest by focusing on you, by being creative, by being in a flow state, by focusing on the true self and all these amazing things. Thank you for watching.